starting off with my NYX Pore Filler as my primer. I always use a primer whenever I'm going to do a foundation or a concealer process. It just helps the product to stick better to my face, being as I do have combination skin where it tends to dry out a lot and be very oily in some areas. Don't mind me, I just broke a little nail in the process. After that, I'll be using my Black Radiance foundation in the color Brownie. And then also my LA Girl concealer in tan, in which I'll be mixing both of these together. I love this foundation because it has a little stick at the end, in which putting out product is much easier for me rather than pouring. And also I'm using LA Girl in the color Fawn, Fawn, and I'm going to mix it up in a circular motion, and then with my fingers I am going to apply it to my face. I actually use a foundation brush most of the time, but I wanted to try out this process to see which looks better because I did see a lot of makeup artists doing this technique. So you want to make sure you go, around the face, the cheek area, around the hairline. And I'm going to be using my concealer brush. And around my face area, I will be dabbing in the product, making sure that, I leave no spots on my face. I like everything is mixed together. Everything is good. I usually put a little bit on my neck, but for the sake of my white shirt, and I was actually going out right after doing this, I didn't put too much on my neck. I just wanted to put for more of a color correcting thing, just to block out my dark spots. So after that, I'll be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Warm Honey. And I'll be hitting my T-zone area with this just for color correcting. I do have a little baggage under my eyes, but I believe this helps my face pop a little bit. So I put it under my eyes, on the ridge of my nose, the middle of my head, and also my chin. This is what people call the T-zone area. So that's what I'm doing here. And then once I complete that, I will be using my Bed 9 banana powder, sprinkling a little bit on my hand, and then using a foundation brush to dab and set my concealer that I've applied to my face already. This, I feel, helps make the product stick better and not look as cakey as if I were putting it on blend or by itself. The banana powder, it just makes it look more natural because you don't want to have an obvious discoloration in your skin, not only for video wise, but as far as going out in natural sunlight and things of that sort. So the banana powder, it's really good. I love it. I would recommend Bed 9. Alright, right after this process, I'll be using my brown color pencil to fill in my eyebrows. This video is a bit outdated. I now use gel to fill in my brows. I feel like that's a more natural look, but here I would just fill in the outline of my brow, of my natural brow, and then after I'll use a brown powder to fill in because since it is a pencil, it does have harsh lines and I don't like that look. So after I fill in with the brown pencil, I use a spoolie, I brush up my hairs. And now I'll be using the brown powder to give it a less harsh look, I would say. So I put a little bit in the beginning of my eyebrow, put it on top of my hairs. And then, of course, after this, I'd be cleaning it up with some concealer, in which I would apply it in a gliding motion underneath my eyebrows. So like I said, this is for cleaning up. I have this color, LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Tan. But any concealer that's lighter than your skin would work, because you're, like I'm saying, you're trying to fix the mistakes or fix any you know, anything that you want to do with the concealer. Alright, now I'll be using a white eyeshadow gel. Well, I was, but guess not. This is a brown powder that I'll be using by MAC. And there we go, I was right. So I'll be using this brush to put the white gel to apply my eyeshadow. Putting this lets the eyeshadow stick better, and you know, it doesn't crease. So if you want your eyeshadow to stick and not crease, you know, for an all-day wear or long-term wear, always put a white gel that, you know, that will help it. Now after, I'll just be wiping off the concealer with my foundation brush. That's under my eyes, making sure that I have the right shape, I have the right structure for my eyebrows. It's not too harsh in color, and you know, it doesn't look off. And also use your spoolie to correct any type of mistakes that you may have done, you know, push the hair ups in the beginning. So yeah, stuff like that, you guys know. And then right after this, I am actually going to be using my concealer again, but this one is actually darker than my skin. I believe it's in the color Chocolate. And if you guys have any questions on these products, they'll be listed down in the bio below. And this I'm actually using on my cheekbone area and on the outside of my nose. So as you saw before, there was a lighter version of the concealer, and this one is the darker. So it's giving my face structure and, you know, putting a pop to it. And just dabbing that in, making sure that it's all set and clean. And then as I do that, I'm actually going to do my eyeshadow routine. This is, I don't usually do it all the time, but in this video, it's a baked bronzer. I put it on the areas where I did my concealing at first, so under my eyes, on the ridge of my nose, my chin, and the middle of my hair. I'm sorry, not my hair, my head. And it just gives it a shine. This here is my All Natural eyeshadow palette. Of these three brushes, I'll be using this middle one for right here in the color Gold Tart. I'm putting it right on the middle of the white gel. Like I said, this helps the color to stick. And this is a very cheap palette. So, you know, if you tend to use cheap palettes, the powder kind of falls off a bit, or it doesn't stick too good. And then after that, I'll be using a darker color to put on the outside of the Gold Tart. And I'm just brushing it in. I'm making sure that it's mixed well, it's not blotchy, or the eyeshadow on my eyes is not cakey either. Next, I have a little, I forgot what you call this, but I got it on AliExpress for like $1. And I use it just to fix any, you know, discolorations or anything like that. Nothing major. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Next, this is Kiss eyelashes in the 4-portion kit. Before putting any type of eyelashes on, I always like to put mascara. I just feel like it helps it stick more. So being as that this is a 4-set kit, there's 4 pieces to it. So I'm going to be looking down a lot and also looking in the mirror. If you just want a put on and go type of thing, I would recommend the eyelash strips, where you just put the whole thing on and just go. But this, I had a little bit more time, so I just played around with it. So yeah, and the glue I don't have any more, so I don't know the name of it, but I didn't like it at all. When I wanted to take it off on that night, it gave me a really hard time, and I'm not fond of it. So now I use Duo Glue, in which I would show you guys in another video. If you like, just comment down below and I'll go ahead and do that tutorial for you. But this one is just gonna be, you know, applying the eyelashes and everything like that. So this is how this eye looks, and unfortunately I didn't get enough footage for the next, but thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys later.